New York and New Jersey, Austin Tobin, and a group of businessmen including David Rockefeller realized that New York's ports in downtown Manhattan were vastly underused. It was this realization that gave birth to what we know of as the World Trade Center. Designed by architect Minoru Yamasaki, who designed the massive towers to look like two sculptures, the World Trade Center took 8 years to construct and was completed in 1970. In addition to the Twin Towers, which at the time of its completion was the world's tallest building, the World Trade Center complex consisted of 5 other buildings, which covered 16 acres of land. By 2001, there would be 7 buildings total. New Yorkers did not immediately fall in love with the massive, boxy-looking towers. Most just considered them to be an eyesore. In time, though, residents of the Big Apple began to take a liking to the Twins. And since their loss in the September 11th attacks, many consider the once eyesore to
years and looking across the water every morning and seeing them. I guess the thing you could say now is there's an emptiness with them not being there anymore.
I miss the memory of what it used to mean. It used to mean majesty, it used to mean metropolis, and now it means, a little bit that bad things happen in the world. And the memory of the World Trade Center is the memory of a couple of friends that I lost there, and a lot of grieving people.
The 16-acre site, which not long ago was home to the towering Twins and was a bustling business district which attracted thousands of workers and tourists, is now known as Ground Zero and is considered to be sacred land, which still attracts tourists, but for different reasons.
This is my first time. My friends have been before, and it's very empty. That's what it just feels like, just very empty here.
Ground Zero vaguely resembles what it once was before the 9/11 attacks, and most of what was the World Trade Center was transported by trucks and barges to the Fresh Kills landfill on Staten Island. There is, however, one object that has been left behind that has become a symbol of the city's endurance. It's the only recognizable remains of the World Trade Center complex, the copper sphere behind me, which stood in the shadows of the Twin Towers for many years. Since the 9/11 attacks, it's been moved downtown to Battery Park, where it has an eternal flame burning in front of it to honor those who died in the disaster. As far as the rebuilding of Ground Zero is concerned, the process has been slow and surrounded in controversy, with families of the victims fighting developers and politicians over what will be built at the site. And the area, unfortunately, has taken on a carnival-like atmosphere, with street vendors selling everything from Ground Zero hats to postcards depicting that horrible Tuesday morning. Whatever becomes of the site, New York's fallen twins, and it will be a very long time before downtown Manhattan resembles what it once was, and before New York and the world recovers from the loss of the 2 victims that were not made of flesh, but of concrete and steel. Reporting from downtown Manhattan, for News Center Extra, I'm Jonathan Parisen.